What is going on, guys? Thank you so much for joining us right here on Outside the Brand. This is episode 245 for your Monday Night Raw review on September 12th, 2022. I'm your host, Phil, and of course, this is Outside the Brand. Thank you so much for joining us right here on your Monday nights, wherever you may be. Tonight's Raw was good. Tonight's Raw was the first Monday Night Raw under the Triple H era that was competing with the Monday Night Football game of the Seattle Seahawks versus the God dang it. The Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos lost by 1 point to a bottom three, a bottom three team in in the Seattle Seahawks with Geno Smith at the helm of, it all. I mean, Geno Smith is the starting quarterback of the Seattle Seahawks, and that's how low that roster is. And Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos lost by a point to that team. 17-16 or something like that. I think that was the final score. But regardless, this was the Monday Night Raw, the first Monday Night Raw that's under the Triple H era that was competing with Monday Night Football. And honestly, I have nothing else to say than this. Monday Night Raw was way better than the Monday Night Football game. That's all I had to say about that. I mean, the Monday Night Football game, all you had to do was go for it on 4th and 5. You have Russell fucking Wilson, and you can't just trust the man to go for it on 4th and 5 instead of like a 46-yard field goal, not a 46-yard field goal, like something ridiculous where it was going to be like the second longest field goal of all time or something like that. Regardless, I think it was like a 64-yarder. Just go for it on 4th and 5. Oh well, we're not talking about the Monday Night Football game. We're talking about Monday Night Raw tonight. Monday Night Raw tonight was a good show. We're in Portland, Oregon tonight. It was a very good show from what we had tonight. We had technical difficulties for Monday Night Raw tonight. We'll get to that. That was just craziness in itself. I gotta pull up the actual picture from Twitter in order to show you guys what the hell is going on, and you guys will honestly get my thoughts as to what I think that is all going to be leading towards. But guys, Monday Night Raw was good tonight. I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to tell you guys everything that happened, and we're going to, just break down things the best way we possibly can right here on Outside the Brand. If you guys like what you hear so far, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below as well. Turn on Deville for all notifications. That way you never miss when we go live. Also, go get the merch, bonfire.com, the exclusive home of Outside the Brand and its merchandise. We will be moving stores over to Teespring, but I got to get some more details on that. And once we get there, it'll be changed over to Teespring. So go get the merch, bonfire.com, the exclusive home of OTB and its merchandise. Like I said, subscribe to the channel. On the road to 700 subscribers, trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Hopefully that could be achieved. And, without further ado, we can get right into the thing. If you guys missed anything on the channel, go check it out. It's all on the homepage. And we will be getting right into the Monday Night Raw post show on Outside the Brand. Now, we will be doing our Tuesdays talk tomorrow, followed by our Dynamite review on Wednesday, Friday Night SmackDown, AEW Rampage. We got all of the stuff for you guys for this week. So go check that out when they are available. And we will be live almost every single day of the week, giving you guys the latest and the greatest when it comes to the OTB stuff right here on the channel. So go get it. The merchandise. There you go, Russell Spot. I see you, brother. But yeah, we're going to get right into Monday Night Raw, guys. Kind of want to dive right into it, honestly, because I'm really fucking tired. And, I got to get some sleep. So let's get right into it. Yes, Kevin Owens is the best on the mic. He's so fucking passionate, and I love it. I'm gonna get right into that Kevin Owens stuff as soon as possible, because I love talking about Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens is my guy. So let's get right into it, guys. Let's get right in to Monday Night Raw. So Seth Rollins makes his entrance Rollins calls himself the face of Monday Night Raw. Rollins then asks the fans if they believe in karma, and he says that he beat Riddle at Clash of the Castle. Rollins says that he lives rent free in Riddle's head because Riddle wants a rematch. Rollins then says that he isn't interested in a rematch, and then he said that he isn't. It's been a long since he's been champion in the WWE. Riddle then interrupts. He then lands a series of kicks to the chest. Riddle then throws Rollins to the outside. They pretty much are brawling all over the ring and the announce table, and then they go into the crowd. Riddle then he tries to run back and tries to get to Rollins, but Finn Balor and the Judgment Day with Damian Priest then interrupt. Priest says that they are friends with Riddle. He wants Riddle to join the Judgment Day. He was offering them a spot. Priest then says that if someone or something would always hold them back, they're going to be the ones to change all of that for Riddle. Balor then says that Dominik has been finally stepping up out of his father's shadow. Balor says that they are going to be the problem solvers for his career if they join the Judgment Day. Balor says that Riddle either stands with them or stands in their way. Riddle then knees Balor in the face before sending Priest to the outside of the ring with a clothesline. That prompted a match between Matt Riddle and Finn Balor. I love it. I love it. I love the fact that they were, they're continuing the stuff when it comes to Riddle and Rollins. But once this whole thing with Riddle and Rollins is out of the way, it also sets up a feud for down the line, possibly between Balor and Riddle as well. And maybe with all of that, maybe we can get some Randy Orton in there as well. Maybe we can get the Randy Orton comeback that we all been wanting, right? So I don't know. I think that could be a thing. If once we're done with Seth Rollins with Riddle, give him to the Judgment Day, figure stuff out with Randy Orton possibly getting back into the mix. We can see it. We can see it. I'm actually enjoying that, and I'm actually really thinking that that could possibly be the case. So I like that. I really do, and I think that is honestly a really good fit for him, as of right now, at least. We then had the match between Riddle and Balor. Good match. Very good match. It took about like 13 minutes or so to get through this. A very good match here for Riddle, for Balor. Absolutely great stuff here. I was thinking who was really going to be the winner of this all and everything like that. Uh, and it turned out to be Finn Balor winning this match. Absolutely great. He needed that win, whether it was going to be by a clean decision or not. Balor needed the win, and I'm glad he got the win here tonight. So, we had a bro to sleep to Balor, followed by a German suplex to secure a very, very close near fall. Balor then hits a drop kick to Riddle, sending Riddle into the corner. Riddle then hits a DDT from the second rope to Balor, and Rollins gets on the apron. Balor then hits a 1916 onto Riddle, followed by the coup de grace for the win. And Balor picks up the win in about 13 minutes and 30 seconds, getting the job done for the Judgment Day. Balor really needed the win, and I'm glad that he got the win tonight. After the match, Rollins then hit a curb stomp to Matt Riddle. Dominik then had a backstage segment. It was like a vignette with him and Rhea Ripley. Dominic says that he's been only known as the son of Rey Mysterio, but that all changed at Clash at the castle. We then saw a replay of Dominic kicking Edge in the area, and then obviously doing the thing to Ray, the famous Eddie Guerrero turning on Rey Mysterio clothesline. We saw that footage from Clash at the Castle. Dominic says that he became his own person, and he said that Edge got exactly what he deserved. He then said that he is going to finish what he started tonight, as this is his life, not Edge's or Ray's. And he says that Ray casts a large shadow for a tiny man, and he's done living under it. Dominic then says that he's not Ray's baby boy anymore. I love it. I love everything that you're doing with Dominic Mysterio right now. The only thing, and I kind of want you guys to uh, sound off in the live chat and the comments after the video is posted or whatever. I've been thinking about something, and I know that people don't like name changes, right? People don't like name changes, and I totally get that. I am an advocate for no name changes at all either. But if there was ever a time for a shortening of a name, it's right now. You have Dominic just be Dominic and not Dominic Mysterio. Taking away the Mysterio name for Dominic, at least in this part of the storyline, is only going to make the storyline that much better because he's obviously trying to step away from his father. He's trying to step away out of his father's shadow, out of his father's shoes, so to speak. Taking away the Mysterio name for at least this part of the story proves that Dominic does not want to be a part of the Mysterio legacy anymore. He's trying to carve his own path. And I think that would be a very welcome change within the community. I don't think it would really be that big of a deal. I don't think it really would have been that big of a backlash, just taking away the Mysterio name for at least a little while. We know that once Dominic retires Ray, possibly at WrestleMania, that is, just, I mean, he's taken over the Mysterio name and possibly even the Mysterio mask once that is all said and done. But taking away the Mysterio name for at least the time being in this feud would really prove that Dominic is not going to be a part of this Mysterio legacy for that much longer, or at least he's just trying to step away from being just the son of Rey Mysterio. I think it would be a welcome change. I don't think it really would have been that big of a difference. And honestly, at the end of the day, he doesn't want to be a part of the Mysterio legacy in this part of his career, in this part of his life, when it comes to him being a part of the Judgment Day. Take away the Mysterio name, you're easily gonna get that heat for him for the Judgment Day, and it automatically works better for everybody involved. Let me know. I mean, it makes sense, and honestly, I don't even think that's a bad idea. Well, let me know, guys. I'll actually probably post that as a TikTok. What? Clip that. Clip that. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put it on the OTB channel. I'm possibly even gonna put it on my channel as well. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I honestly think it wouldn't have been that big of a deal. We then had the women's tag team title tournament. Oh, not tournament. Sorry, excuse me. The women's tag team title match as Raquel and Aaliyah defending against Io Sky and Dakota Kai. The wrong was made right tonight, as we all know that Dakota Kai and Io Sky should have been the rightful winners of the tournament to begin with, instead of Aaliyah and Raquel. And tonight, we have new women's tag team champions. Io Sky and Dakota Kai become the new WWE no, sorry, become the new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. The wrong was made right tonight, and honestly, It was too good to be true. It was too good to be true, knowing that Raquel and Aaliyah were the tag team champions. They were not going to be tag team champions for long, regardless. And the thing is, it was always their tournament to win. It was always Damage Control's tournament to win. They should have won it in the first place. They should have won it in the first place. So, congratulations, Triple H. You know, you righted your wrong from the tournament. Now let's see what you can do after that. Now let's see what you can do with Damage Control as your women's tag team champions. Should have been happening from the get-go, but either way, you corrected your wrong from the finals. Let's see what you can do from here on out. Not a bad match though. Not a bad match by any means. Uh about 12 minutes this took place for, and honestly, while it was a good match, we should have known it should have been Kai and Sky the entire time for these tag team titles. So we had a fallaway slam to Dakota Kai, followed by a twisting corkscrew elbow from the second rope by Raquel Rodriguez. Aaliyah then goes to pin Kai, but Bailey places Kai's foot on the rope. Io then hits a moonsault on Raquel to the outside. Kai then hits a chiropractor on Aaliyah to secure the pinfall victory in like 12 minutes or so. We have new women's tag team champions in Dakota Kai and Io Sky. Good stuff there. Honestly, shouldn't have happened in the first place. They are going to be great for the women's tag team championships and, as a whole for the division. Shouldn't have happened at day one. Let's do this thing. Now that it's tag team champions. You right your wrong from the finals. Let's see what you can do from here on out. Rey Mysterio then is meeting Dominik in the back. He says he's sorry for not listening, and that they can fix everything. Rey begs Dominik to not fight Edge tonight because he is like a brother to him. Rey says that Edge won't hold anything back. He said that things will never go back to the way they were if he fights Edge tonight. Rhea then says that Dominik is all man now. We then had the in-ring debut, on the main roster at least, for Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Gargano. And man, Johnny Wrestling's back. Johnny Wrestling's back. Johnny Wrestling is in full force. He's back. He's back, and I couldn't be more proud of him. Everything is right with the world. Rebel Heart is back. Johnny Gargano is back on just wrestling television. Life is good. Life is good. I love it. I love that Johnny Gargano is back on television. I love that we get to hear Rebel Heart. Because I'm telling you right now, in the Vince regime, we wouldn't have Rebel Heart. This was a great match. This was a great match, and honestly, Chad Gable was the perfect opponent for Johnny Gargano on his comeback from 9 months being outside the ring. Chad Gable and Johnny Gargano have perfect in-ring chemistry together. You can tell that everything that they were doing together, they were just gelling really well. And I'm telling you guys right now, I wouldn't mind it if we ran this back again. Let's do it again. Let's run it back. Let's run it back. This was so good. So good. About a 14-minute match. About a 14-minute match. We got some good stuff there. And honestly, I loved it all. I loved it all. So Gargano hit the spear from the ring apron to Gable to secure a very close to near fall. You know the slingshot spear that he always does. Absolutely love it. He hit that on Gable to secure a near fall. Gable then walks in an ankle lock, but Gargano reaches the ropes. Gable then hits a cliffhanger DDT on Gargano to secure a close near fall. Gable then hits a German suplex onto Gargano. Gargano then hit a clothesline onto Gable. Gargano then hit a tope suicida, taking Gable and Otis out. Gargano then hit a DDT, the final beat DDT, and then Gable secures a pinfall victory. In about 14 minutes or so, Johnny Gargano wins his in-ring debut on Monday Night Raw. Absolutely perfect. I love Chad Gable. I love Johnny Gargano. Let's run it back. Please. Please. I need it. I need it back. Please. I love those guys though, man. Like this was a great match, and honestly, I couldn't be more proud of Johnny. I really couldn't be more proud of Johnny Gargano, knowing that, he took time off from the ring. He took time off. He took about 9 months away from the ring to, continue like his path of being a father and everything like that. And, showing his son that, anything is possible if you put your mind up to it. And even 9 months out of the ring, the guy is phenomenal. He's in great shape, and Johnny Gargano, it's just great having him back on WWE television. I mean, that's just really it. I mean, it's just great having him back. It really is just great having him back. I love it. I really do. I absolutely love it. After the match, Otis then attempts to attack Gargano, but Gargano then counters before landing two super kicks to the face of Otis. Austin Theory then hits Gargano in the back with the Money in the Bank briefcase as he was leaving the arena. Theory is in the ring, and he says that someone had to show Gargano how it works around here. Theory then calls Gargano an overrated fish at the bottom of the fish tank. Uh, Kevin Owens then interrupts, and this is where things get really, really good. Theory says that he's tired of his moments being ruined because he is the future. Owens says that everyone has been hearing this for months. Owens says that Theory was a hand-picked future of the company, but that's not how this works anymore. Theory then says that he's done more in 5 months than what Owens and Gargano have done in the last 5 years. Owens says that Theory's opportunities have been given to him. Owens then says that him and Theory are complete opposites, and Owens couldn't be more proud of that. He says that hundreds of guys like Theory come and go. Owens says that people like him and Gargano are one in a million. Owens then says that he's the heart and soul of this business, along with Gargano. And Owens then says that Theory doesn't have what it takes to be the future, and he wants him to prove him wrong. Owens then tells Theory that he needs to start making his own moments, and by doing that, Owens will never be. And Theory says that Owens will never be like him. Owens then slaps Theory across the face. Both of them brawl in the corner, and referees try to pull them apart from the brawl. Officials then separate the two from the attack onto the outside, and then Owens goes for the stunner, but Theory gets out of the way, and he retreats to the back. Now, this was a very cliff noted part of the promo and everything like that, but the thing is, my point still stands. Owens is the best on the mic right now in this company. I stand by that. I stand by that with everything in my power. Very close second is obviously Seth Rollins. I mean, Seth Rollins is easily my favorite guy right now in WWE, but I mean, with the promo that Owens cut tonight, he easily slotted into my number 2 spot. Uh, yeah, I mean, Owens is so passionate about this business. He is so passionate about everything that he does in this company. Ever since turning into the prize fighter once again, this guy knows who he is, and this guy knows what he is about. I love it. I love everything about Owens. And once we get Owens in theory, I believe you're getting that next week on Raw. I love it. I absolutely love everything that they are doing with Kevin Owens. And Kevin Owens is so passionate about this business. Now, when he is speaking on that microphone, you're not doing a single thing. You're just letting him speak. You're just listening to the words he has to say because that's how true this guy is. Sorry, excuse me. If I ever need a motivational speaker, I hope Kevin Owens is for hire. I hope Kevin Owens. I hope I can hire Kevin Owens because I would love it if I was ever down in the dumps. If I ever needed motivation, Kevin Owens is that guy to bring anybody up, to bring anybody back up from obscurity to just absolutely rocking it. You know what I mean? So everything about Owens is great. I love everything that they are doing with Kevin Owens. I need him to have a championship. I don't care what championship it is. I seriously don't care. I don't care what championship it is. I just need a championship around that guy's waist. Preferably a singles championship, but I honestly at this point it does not matter. It does not matter. I need Kevin Owens as a champion in this company. And I hope we get that very, very soon. I really, really do. We then had Bianca Belair. She's doing a Raw Women's Championship Open Challenge. And if you guys follow me on Twitter, you guys would have actually known that I called this. I called this right on the freaking dot. And while it wasn't even a bad match, it was just very, very predictable. And I just this didn't really feel right to me. But I'll go into this. So, I mean, she says that there's always going to be a target on her back, and uh, she's always just trying to stay loose and everything like that. So this is why she is issuing that open challenge for the Rollins Championship, and uh, she's just doing that so whoever wants to come out there can. And let's just say, it's her former rival in Sonya Deville, and uh, I mean, I guess Sonya Deville. She says that Bianca made a mockery out of her job here, and that she costed her job as a WWE official. Then they say, listen, just shut up. It's time to fight. This isn't an open mic night. This is an open challenge. So let's get in the ring, get an official, and let's get this thing happening. We then had the Raw Women's title on the line as Bianca Belair defended against Sonya Deville. Not a bad match by any means. About a 12-minute match. It was actually pretty good. I love the showcase that they were doing for Deville. I love Deville, trust me. But this was completely worthless. It was a completely worthless attempt at trying to get Bianca Belair over. I love Belair, but her Raw Women's Championship reign has ended. It's ended. There's nothing left for me and this Raw Women's Championship reign for Bianca Belair anymore. I love Belair, don't get me wrong, but there's nothing in it for me anymore. There's nothing in it for the fans anymore. And I don't think the fans are even really that invested into Bianca Belair either anymore. As I don't really think anybody's interested. I don't. I know I'm not. And if I'm not, I know I can't be the only person that thinks that way. I know I can't be. Bianca Belair is a great athlete and she's just great at what she does. Don't get me wrong. I love Bianca Belair, but this Raw Women's Championship reign for her at this point right now, it's over. It's done. I I don't know what else that I don't even know what else I could say other than w- they got to figure out a way to either spice it up a little bit with her or just get the title off of her. Let me know what you guys think. I want to hear from you guys in the live chat. Do you guys feel the same way I do, or is it just me? I don't think it's just me though. I really don't think it is because at the end of the day, I hear some of the crowd reactions, and the crowd reactions aren't even really all that good for her anymore. Eh, I mean, they're good. Don't get me wrong, but I think it's kind of just stagnant at this point now, and I think it's not Bianca's fault. Trust me, but she's held this championship since WrestleMania, and honestly, what has she done with it? I'm genuinely asking. Like, am I seriously the only person that is not really feeling this championship brain for her anymore? It, it, this reign for me is not. It's not doing it anymore, and I think we need something to be spiced up. We need a new feud for her to spice things up, or just get the title off of her. That's just me, though. That's just me. I guess. I guess that's just me because I don't think really nobody's typing in the chat. So I think all y'all think I'm really crazy or something like that. But either way, I said what I said. I don't really think that this championship brand is doing it for me anymore, and that might be a hot take. But at the end of the day, I have to tell you guys what I feel, and I have to tell you guys, my stance and everything like that. So this is not really working for me anymore. Let's try to get that title off of her. Really try to spice things up. So she retained her Women's Championship with a KOD to Sonya to secure the pinfall victory. But after the match, Bailey then interrupts, which is great. I think Bailey interrupting was a perfect choice. Bailey says that Kai and Io they did exactly what they said that they were going to do, and that's take the women's tag team championships. Bailey says that Bianca's win fed into her big fat ego, and then Bailey said that Bianca won't be able to sleep at night until she gets a match with her. Bailey then says that she will have her match when the timing is right. Bailey, Io, and Kai then surround Bianca around the apron. Bianca then attempts to fight all of them off, but Alexa Bliss and Asuka then make the save. Asuka hit a knee to the face on Kai, and Bianca hit a spine buster on Bailey. We then had Omos versus Cash and Ryan. Omos completely destroyed these two, but before that, as we were really getting the match started, my TV turned off. My TV turned off, and I did not use my TV remote to do that. We had technical difficulties for Raw and the USA Network. Please stand by. We had this show up after, colorful lines on the television screen, making everybody think that their TV broke or something like that. And then once they turned their TVs on or the lines went away, this showed up, saying that technical difficulties were happening on Monday Night Raw and the USA Network. Please stand by. And then it went black again, and then we were back to our normal programming. People are saying it's The Fiend. People are saying it's Bray Wyatt. People are saying it has something to do with Dexter Lumis. I'm not sure, but I love it. But I love it. I love everything about it. I don't need to know who it is. I don't need to know what it is. I love everything about it. And that's all that matters. Let's see where this goes. I absolutely love it. So obviously Omos won the handicap match. It's not a big deal. Omos is still a thing on television. I don't know why. Triple H, just cut your losses, please. Get rid of Omos. Please. If I have to choose between Braun Strowman and Omos, I'm obviously picking Strowman, but Strowman's not that big of an upgrade either. So just get rid of Omos, please. We then had Seth Rollins saying that he's the face of Monday Night Raw. Bobby Lashley then interrupts. He says that the championship represents the face of Raw, and Rollins says that that Lashley lost brain cells fighting in the MMA. Rollins then challenges Bobby Lashley to a United States title match next week on Raw, and Lashley then accepts this. He accepts. My bad. I'm tired. Then we had a Miz interview in his home. And this is great. This was fantastic. Miz ends up losing it over Dexter Lumis at this point. The interviewers were trying to ask him questions about Dexter Lumis. Miz is saying, "Do not say this man's name inside my house. Don't say this man's name in my house. Don't say this man's name in my house." He absolutely loses it over Dexter, causing him to leave the interview, saying that the guards at the gate will let you out. Just don't ever mention that guy's name in my house ever again. Miz and Maurice, they drive off to their movie premiere or whatever the heck they were going to. And then we see Dexter Lumis. He drew a picture of Miz and Maurice and their kids in their home, and they're just in Miz's house. It's a hand drawn picture of Ms. Maurice and their daughters, and he's just slapped it on the window for everybody to see. We need more of this. We need more of that type of content on Monday Night Raw. I absolutely love it. I love everything about that. The home invasion stuff is fantastic. It was fantastic when who the heck did it recently? It was Edge, right? It was Edge and Rollins, I believe. It was Edge and Rollins. Yeah, it was perfect then. It was perfect then. Doing this with Miz and Dexter and Maurice, it makes perfect sense, and I love everything about it. The man's a psychopath. The man's a mute psychopath. He should be doing stuff like this. This fits him so well. I love it all. I love it all. Absolutely awesome stuff right there. I love it. I I love it. And then we had the main event of Dominik Mysterio and Edge. This match was fantastic. About a 15-minute match. We came back from commercial as we see Dominik work on the leg of Edge. Dominik hit 3 suplexes on Edge. Then Dominik hit a frog splash from the top rope onto Edge to secure a very close near fall. Edge then sends Dominik shoulder first into the ring post, followed by Edge hitting a flapjack on Dominik, then Edge hitting a DDT. Edge then lands 11 punches to Dominik, and as he is stuck in the ropes, Edge then goes to spear Dominik, but Rey Mysterio gets in the way of Edge and his son Dominik. Rey then grabs Edge, but Edge pushes him away. Priest then drags Rey out of the ring. Balor then hits a chop block on Edge, causing a disqualification, and Edge wins the match by DQ. After the match, Edge then lands a series of punches on Balor in the corner, but Rhea hits Edge in the knee with a steel chair. Dominik then hits Edge in the knee with the chair next 3 times, and then Balor hits a coup de grace onto the chair, which was placed on Edge's knee. Raw ends with Judgment Day standing tall over a fallen Edge and Rey Mysterio. This was great. Dominik's presentation looks really cool. Him as a solo, as a heel, he was with Rhea during the entrance and everything like that. I still stand by the fact that if they just took away the Mysterio name, it would look a lot better. It would prove that Dominik does not want to be a part of the Mysterio legacy, and it would prove that Dominik just does not want to be in the shoes of his father any longer. So take away the Mysterio name. I want to see that happen. Now I know people are going to probably be up in arms on that, but I wouldn't be. You take away the Mysterio name, you show that Dominik does not want to be part of the legacy any longer. And it just makes the most sense. It makes the most sense to do it. And the thing is, it's not going to have to be for long. It's not going to have to be for long. If Dominik and Rey Mysterio are set to face each other at WrestleMania for Rey's final match, which is the thing that I'm here right now, Dominik is obviously going to take the Mysterio name, and he's obviously going to carry on the legacy for his father. But as of right now, for the story of him being a part of Judgment Day, you don't need it. You don't need it. So you take away the Mysterio name for now, and it'll work for the story. People will understand why this time around. It's not just going to be a worthless name change for the sake of name change. This is for the story. You take away the Mysterio name for Dominik, and that proves that he does not want to be a part of that Mysterio legacy for long. It makes the most sense. You do it then, or you don't do it at all. But I recommend you do it because it'll get the most heat out of Dominik and it'll get the most heat out of Judgment Day. But that's how I feel. What do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments after the video is published or in the live chat right now. I absolutely loved Monday Night Raw tonight. Everything about the show is great. I think Monday Night Raw is on a very, very good path right now. Just from what it was in the Triple H regime to what it is now in the Triple H, from what it is from the Vince McMahon regime, I should say, to what it is now in the Triple H regime and everything like that. It's night and day how good the show is compared to what Vince, Bruce, and that dipshit Nick Khan ever did. Uh, Nick Khan is still a part of the company. Uh, but he's with Stephanie though, so they're spending their time together doing their own CEO stuff. But Triple H is solely in control of the show, and I can absolutely see it. We can all see it. We can all see the differences, and I love every single part of it. So thank you guys so much for joining me right here on OTB. If you guys like what you heard tonight, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Make sure to hit that like button. Uh, that's the same button, Phil. Thumbs up. Turn on the bell. Hit that subscribe button. Uh, Follow us on social media. All the TikTok links are down in the description below. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at PhillyMet_. Go get the merch, bonfire.com, your exclusive home of OTB and its merchandise. We love seeing you guys here on OTB every single week, every single day of the week, basically. And don't be afraid to show up tomorrow, as we will be here for Tuesday's talk, as well as the Panda Wrestling Company Network. You guys won't want to miss it. You guys won't want to miss it. I'll try to get a guest, and we can just talk some wrestling news and what's happening during the rest of the week. Thank you guys. We love and appreciate you. I'm going to head to bed, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Stay safe. God bless. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Wait a second. Wait a second. We're having some technical difficulties. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace.